All of this conspiracy shit and all of this stuff that we're talking about is useless. Like, it will not stop anything. The one thing that will stop it all, you want to be back in power? Grow up, figure out that your attention is your energy and your cash is your energy. You no longer put your attention on things that don't support the vision of the world that you want. Countries are businesses. They are money-making enterprises. That's what gross domestic product is. What are some of those ways that a company made for profits brings in profits? I need to create a narrative, or I need to create an environment that gets them hungry to buy things, right? Show them all kinds of things that they need, but by the way, that we sell, right? Show them that this is what they need to feel successful, happy, complete. Then in order for them to buy all this stuff, now the solution is you got to be successful. You got to go hustle. Go hustle, go, go, go. It doesn't matter if you sacrificed your health, family, and time to do the things that you love, because look, if you want to be a success, those are the casualties. That's the price that you have to pay. Your family is the casualty. But, don't worry about that, because you can take them on a couple vacations, during the year, or you can buy them a bunch of shit and you can make them feel really, really happy. So go out there and hustle. Go out there, become a success, make a whole bunch of money, but then you're going to pay a whole bunch of taxes back to the company. So they're going to take a bunch of your time and energy that is not infinite. It's very finite. You have an X amount of energy per day, and you have an X amount of time per day and time on the planet. You're busy going out there hustling and grinding so you can make more money to buy shit that you don't need, but you're so pushed on the edge that your health is falling apart. Your sanity is falling apart, right? You know that this is wrong. Something inside of you is not sitting well. You can't really put the finger on it because you're conditioned not to see it. But that's okay, because if you feel unhappy, if your health is falling apart, don't worry. It has nothing to do with your lifestyle. No. We're going to sell you the pill because we also make a whole bunch of money off of that. And by the way, don't educate people, when they're coming into the educational system. Don't educate them about how to take care of their health, how to eat well, reduce their stress. Let's fill up their head with bullshit things that they won't use really to move towards a happy life. But let's fill them up with shit that they don't need, that they're going to buy right into the system, right? Let's keep human beings functional enough to go into work, make some money, pay taxes, and dysfunctional enough to sell them a whole bunch of meds or alcohol or any other ways of numbing themselves that we make huge profits on, right? And let the games begin. That's a great business model. So then when you start seeing that, you're like, wait a minute. I'm basically an energy source. They feed on your energy, and your energy is attention, and your attention is dollars. You start there by saying, no, I will not put my dollars there. No, I will not put my attention there. No, I will not feed the beast that traps me. And so when you kind of step back and see like the whole picture, you realize that the whole system, the whole environment, the framework is broken. But we can't talk about that, right? If you talk about that, you're anti-capitalism, which is not true at all. Conscious capitalism is amazing. Conscious consumerism is amazing. But then we have to define what conscious means, right? What are we measuring for? What is my vision? What am I trying to create through this system called capitalism? What is our end game? If the ultimate thing that I'm measuring for is humans thriving, then I must create a system using capitalism, trade, commerce, consumerism, that creates that end result. Right now, that's not what's going on. We have a system that is rigged in a way that leaves behind suffering for the planet, human beings. It just sucks things dry. Maybe this opportunity where everything is falling apart right now, that everything's like smack in our face, is the opportunity to see that it's not working, friends. It has never been working. So yes, it's uncertain. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's scary. And so we would rather go back to what's familiar and certain. But if we kind of take a step back and look at it, it's like, really? Is it really bringing us towards our fullest potential and highest expression as a species? Billions of people on one side of the planet dying of overconsumption and obesity. On the other side, we have billions of people malnourished and dying because they literally don't have enough. Is it because we don't have enough resources? Or is it because the framework or the system or our perspective is somehow dysfunctional? The mindset is dysfunctional. That's the virus that we should be looking at. And so when we have developed that awareness, that level of awareness to say, actually, it's not functional, and actually it's not bringing me to the world that I wish to create for future generations, then I will need to remove my attention, remove my energy from everything that doesn't support it, and at the same time, heal all those things that I have within me that I see are not part of the solution. And so what if I don't need to consume as much? What if I find happiness in the smallest of things? What if my car doesn't represent who I am or the square footage that I inhabit? And what if I develop the skills, work on myself to become valuable to humanity? What if I become so good at what I do that I develop a company that solves real problems and I prosper? And then if I prosper, I live within my means. And so the system is not the problem. The problem has always been here. Solve that, expand your level of awareness, see what's going on, connect some dots, work on yourself so you don't need to numb yourself from the outside in. That's the work that we need to do individually. That's the work that we need to do collectively. And then the world out there will begin to reflect the work that we are doing.